Hello. We have a few Canada Day DIY kits here that we wanted to feature for you to DIY at home. Of course, all of these kits are available online and they're also available in our store too. But some really fun pieces that you can do easily with wood, stencils, and paint. And you can see that we've used the same colors in all of our projects here. We have used Fort York Red and Casement from Fusion Mineral Paint. And you can see, let's see, Lisa will show them this Canada Day round. So we have a full collection of these inserts that go perfectly into our tray. And so this round tray, if you have attended any of our workshops or have shopped online, you may have this already at home. We've created a collection of these inserts. So they come the 1/8 inch MDF with the stencil, and they easily pop in after you DIY. Just to add a pop of color, we can prop it to upright on a shelf. It fits under a kitchen countertop too. So just a fun way to be a little bit nostalgic there with the Canada Day flags and the maple leaf. What else should we feature here next, Lisa? We've got our tiered tray. This is our Canada Day tiered tray. This is our deluxe kit, and we featured this one on our black 2-tiered round tray. Again, all the wood, the stencils, the paint are all included in the DIY kit, and you can see that it comes all in this really cute box too. So after you're done decorating for Canada Day, you can put it back into the box. It comes with the paint colors and all of these 3-dimensional pieces that you can piece together. The stencils, we've got the sandpaper, the mini blocks, and this cute little card here too, which has all of the instructions on the back. And of course, you could probably check out our Facebook group here with all of our video tutorials. But if you stay to the end, I'm gonna do a little demonstration on how to stencil as well. So that will be an easy process so you can see how easy it is for you to tackle at home, even if you don't feel like you're creative. This one here is our Hudson's Bay tiered tray kit. So you can see the colors, our Hudson's Bay paint color palette. Now this is the Homeworks Etc. acrylic paint. It does come in this DIY kit included. Lots of extra paint for you to paint other projects as well. This again comes with the instruction card and some ways to paint and decorate your kit. Again, you can choose any color combination that you like. This is just how we've decided to decorate. And of course, we've added a few little extras here too. We've got our, we've got our little sprig wreath there. That's a nice add-on. Let's show them the moose here. We've got this piece, and that comes together. So it's a fun 3-dimensional piece that you can just kind of tuck into your tiered tray there. And it comes with the Canada Day cutout. This is what it looks like unpainted. And then it just comes apart easily there.
For storing.
And you can store it and flat pack it in the box with all the other items. 1867, again, painted red, white, and black. You can see it featured on the table there. This is, I don't know, I think Lisa was pretty ingenious one day. We have this easy now framing system for our signature signs. So we have the keyhole on the back. Make sure that that's upright before you stencil. The stencils are the exact same size as the signature signs, so that makes it easy to apply the stencil straight. And then we also have our frames. Paint it super easy, any color of your choice, and they just kind of prop right in there into the sign, and you just glue it into place. And again, you can use any wood glue or Elmer's glue, even at home, that will work. We do recommend for these projects that you purchase our premium brush set. We do have a foam brush set online too that's easy to use. So these are a few pieces here. We do have one new addition to the collection that we've just added today, and we will show you. This is part of our boys' birthday parties, or moms can paint for their kids' rooms. You can paint them the color of your team of choice. Just super cool to personalize. This is Mike's son, so we personalized it for him. But you can see this pennant is super light. It's made of very thin MDF. And it already has the grooves in there, so easy to paint. Again, the color of your choice. This one here we have for O Canada. So just a very classic piece that you can decorate with year after year, prop it on a shelf as well. I'm gonna move this out of the way. And move this out of the way. And maybe Lisa, you can show them as well the Canada word cutout. So this one here we've added to our boxwood wreath. And we have kind of ombreed it with the red and white colors. Super easy technique to do, but you could paint it a solid color. Again, really easy just to add some jute to attach to a wreath, or again, just prop it in amongst your already current decor that you have at home. So we'll just switch this around a little bit.
You know what that round tray is good for too? Like for Canada Day, you could serve drinks or food on it too, right?
Yeah, of course. So Fusion Mineral Paint is very durable and again formulated for furniture refinishing, and so it is perfect for pieces like that. So here's a piece. Is this in the way?
Nope, you're good.
Perfect. If you have any questions too, you can let us know in the comments. It's gonna be backwards for you guys, but you can get the idea. Lisa's already base coated this, so we used Fort York red and casement there for the pendant. You can paint the edges too, and again, you could just tack this up once it's a finished product on a wall. Comes with a stencil, this one, and this is a one-time use vinyl stencil, and our stencils are, let's see, cut the size of the project too. I'm just going to peel the backing off, and I'm doing this just slowly just to make sure it comes off in one piece. And this one here, which way do I want to do it? Let's do it this way. I'm just going to apply it following the shape of the wood. And we just didn't do the tip just to save on some material. Makes it easier for us when we're cutting them. Just going to peel it back. Again, you just want to make sure that the vinyl stencil adheres to your wood. And you can see that take that. And I'm just going to peel a bit of this off so that I'm kind of protecting myself from myself here, because I can get a little overzealous with the paintbrush. So I want to make sure that I don't get red paint on the white. And I think that's pretty good. There's no bubbles around there, so that's just what I was looking for there. This is just a little sample of paint that we have. So I'm using our 1-inch brushes. These are great tools too for stenciling. And I love that you can use them project after project. We've had our brushes for years and have used them for multiple projects. So you can see that there's very little paint on there. And I am just gonna brush this on. Red goes on a little bit sheer just because of the light, the clear base of the paint. So I've almost used too little paint. So I'm just gonna add a little bit extra.
It's almost like thin, like you can see right through it.
Yeah, and that's what we want. We don't want to add too much paint, because otherwise then the paint is going to bleed through the stencil and go underneath, and we want really crisp lines here. Again, that first coat is really light, and it is so warm up here that it is going to dry very, very quickly. And probably by the time I'm finished this, it'll be ready to add a second coat because it's so light. So we have this in our little containers, but you can see I barely used any paint. That's exactly what we want. And I've got the canvas drop cloth underneath here so that it's protecting the table. And again, it absorbs the paint. So it's awesome to do for all of your projects. If you have this at home, if you're subscribers, this canvas is so much better than paper or newspaper or anything.
Because the project doesn't stick to it. It's perfect.
Exactly. So already this is dry to the touch. There's no paint coming off on my hands. So I'm gonna go and add a second coat, and you can see the second coat goes on much, much heavier, meaning you just get a more solid look on that second coat. And I'm doing it so thin that I may actually do a third coat. There we go.
Normally you don't recommend to paint in this hot weather, right?
Doing little pieces like this is fine. It's not going to affect your piece, but if you were refinishing furniture, I most likely would not want you to paint your pieces outside. It's way too hot and the paint is going to dry much too fast, especially when you're doing a larger piece. Kitchen cabinets as well, make sure you're doing it in air conditioning if you can, or have the fans going, or tackle just one cabinet at a time, one door at a time. Don't try to take on the full piece because Fusion mineral paint does dry very, very fast. Yeah. Okay, so it's still a little bit wet. The second coat is taking just a little bit longer to dry. Again, I am going to do a third coat just because you can see the white underneath.
Can you tell me about these new 3-foot welcome signs?
Oh yeah, so our 3-foot welcome signs, this is one of our newer designs for Canada Day. So we have chosen to do this size that looks great on your front door, fits underneath a doorbell if you're going to prop it right by your door. It's not over intrusive and you can put it with potted plants beside there. We've got some generic stencils that you can paint any color of your choice. Again, it gets you get the wood, the stencil, and then you can pick your paint colors on the side. We have lots and lots of designs, especially with the fall coming up. We've got September through December, so many amazing designs, fall, Halloween, and Christmas. So I'm going to put the link to our collection here for Canada Day below, so you can check that out, and it will just kind of veer you to all of the other designs too. And I think I'm just going to add a third coat here.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's way better. Yeah, so you can see it's just a little bit more solid of a look. Again, I'm going so thin that I'm just going to reapply the paint. And it is drying right before my eyes.
Because we're in another heat wave in British Columbia.
So I don't want to overwork. What's going to happen is if I overwork this paint with the paintbrush, if I keep on moving the paint, it's just going to actually take on the bristle marks, and I don't want that. I would rather add an extra coat. And so I'm just really lightly going into the stencil here.
Yeah, sometimes with these colors, if you add too much paint, it pulls the paint off underneath because you're like pushing it around.
Exactly, yeah, it is weird when you do that. And red is one of those colors that if you overwork up will peel right away, and then you'll get these little spot marks that are almost impossible to add more paint to. Again, you just have to wait a really long time. Everything is fixable, it just does take a little bit of time. So this here, we're doing this very quickly for you for video on live today. I'm gonna wash my brush right away because if I leave that, it's gonna make the bristles super hard and make the next project a little bit harder. Now this, I would usually wait until it's completely dry. I do not recommend doing this at home. But today I'm just gonna peel the outside of this stencil just so that you can see.
Ooh, I love it.
That removing this stencil is super easy. I'm just trying to make sure that I don't get my fingers in the wet red so I don't put fingerprints on the rest of my project.
Patricia in Ontario says, thank you for the tip on not over painting.
Yes.
I remember her son wanted this kit and got the moose in it.
Awesome.
If I'm right, Patricia, you can tell me.
So here's this. I'm leaving those centers in until it's completely dry. I'm going to pick those out with a picking tool, and then we're going to prop it on the shelf, and we'll show you some after pictures on how we decorate with that. But again, we'll put the link to our Canada Day collection. We're also going to put the link to the blog. So we have some DIY ideas for Canada Day that you can use stuff that you have at home already to decorate. So I hope you find that useful and helpful. And anyways, if you have any comments, feel free to post those below. Have a great day.
Thank you.